What is up, everybody? It's your boy Rigo, and today we are diving headfirst into something absolutely insane. We're talking about Indonesia, but not the Bali you see all over Instagram. No. We're going way off the beaten path to explore 10 hidden gems that most people have never even heard of. I'm talking about places so epic, so mind-blowing, they'll make you question everything you thought you knew about this incredible country. This isn't just another travel video. This is an expedition into the unknown, a quest for the ultimate undiscovered paradises. And listen, you absolutely have to stick around until the very end of this video, because I've got some super fun trivia questions lined up for you. Trust me, you'll want to test your knowledge, and who knows, you might even learn something crazy. These are spots that are genuinely lesser known, so prepare to have your minds blown by the sheer beauty and uniqueness we're about to uncover. Get your notepads ready because your travel bucket list is about to get a serious upgrade. Just a quick heads up for all you amazing viewers. We've made sure the captions have a little more space between the talking points, so it's super easy for you to read along and catch every single detail. We want you to soak in all the awesomeness without missing a beat. Alright, enough talk. Are you ready to discover some of the most insane hidden gems on the planet? Let's go! Alright. First up on our list of mind-blowing hidden gems is Wakatobi National Park. Guys, if you're into diving or snorkeling, this place is literally heaven on earth. We're talking about one of the most biodiverse marine environments you'll ever witness. Forget your local aquarium, this is the real deal, an underwater city bustling with life. The water clarity here, absolutely insane. You can see for miles, and the colors of the coral and fish are just unbelievably vibrant. It's like stepping into a different dimension, a psychedelic dream world under the waves. Wakatobi is actually an acronym of the four main islands, Wangi-Wangi, Kaladupa, Tomia, and Binongko. Each one offers something unique, but the consistent factor is the pristine condition of its reefs. This isn't some over-touristed spot where the coral is bleached and broken. Oh no, this is a protected marine park, and the conservation efforts here are top-notch. You'll see massive schools of fish, rare critters you won't find anywhere else, and coral formations that look like they were sculpted by aliens. It's truly a testament to what nature can achieve when left undisturbed. Imagine descending into the warm, clear water and being greeted by a wall of coral teeming with life. We saw sea turtles gracefully gliding by, clownfish darting in and out of anemones, and even some reef sharks patrolling the deeper sections. Don't worry, they're more scared of us. The sheer abundance of marine species here is staggering. Scientists have identified over 750 species of coral and more than 900 species of fish in Wakatobi. That's not just a lot, that's an insane amount, making it a critical hotspot for global marine biodiversity. One of the coolest things about Wakatobi is the variety of dive sites. You've got shallow coral gardens perfect for beginners and snorkelers, and then you have dramatic drop-offs and challenging drift dives for the more experienced adrenaline junkies. There are underwater caves, pinnacles, and seamounts, each offering a different adventure. We even heard stories from local guides about encounters with pilot whales and dolphins. This place isn't just a dive spot, it's an entire underwater ecosystem that will leave you completely speechless. The local communities here are also deeply connected to the ocean, and their traditional fishing practices are fascinating to learn about. They've lived in harmony with this marine environment for generations, and their knowledge of the sea is incredible. Staying in one of the local guest houses or eco-resorts gives you a chance to experience this unique culture and support sustainable tourism. It's not just about seeing the beauty, it's about appreciating the entire ecosystem, including the people who call it home. So, if you're looking for an underwater adventure that's truly off the charts, Wakatobi National Park is it. It's remote, it's pristine, and it's packed with more marine life than you can possibly imagine. This is the kind of place that reminds you how incredible our planet is. Seriously, add this to your list. You will not regret it. It's an experience that will stay with you for a lifetime, a true hidden gem that deserves all the protection and admiration it gets. Next up, we're jetting off to Belitung Island. Now, if Wakatobi was all about what's under the water, Belitung is where the land and sea create something truly magical and totally unique. You guys have probably seen pictures of beaches with white sand and clear water, right? Well, Belitung takes that and cranks it up to 11, with these absolutely massive granite boulders scattered along its coastlines. It looks like a giant just casually tossed them around. It's one of the most photogenic and surreal landscapes I've ever encountered. The most famous spot is probably Tanjung Tinggi Beach, also known as Rainbow Troops Beach from the famous Indonesian movie. But even beyond that, there are so many coves and stretches of coastline that are just waiting to be explored. We're talking about beaches where you might be the only people there, surrounded by these ancient, weathered stones that are millions of years old. The contrast between the smooth, white sand, the crystal-clear turquoise water, and these colossal gray boulders is just breathtaking. It's a photographer's dream, and an adventurer's playground. But Belitung isn't just about the giant rocks. The island has a super chill vibe, and the local culture is really welcoming. We rented scooters and just cruised around, discovering hidden beaches that weren't on any tourist map. One of the coolest things we found was Lengkuas Island, which has this iconic 19th century lighthouse. You can climb to the top for an insane panoramic view of the surrounding islands and reefs. The snorkeling around Lengkuas is also pretty epic, with clear waters and plenty of fish. Beyond the beaches, Belitung has some other lesser-known attractions. We visited Kyolan Lake, which is this incredibly blue man-made lake formed from an old mining pit. The stark white kaolin cliffs surrounding the vibrant blue water create this otherworldly landscape. It's not natural, but it's undeniably beautiful and makes for some crazy photos. It's these unexpected discoveries that make Belitung so special. You go expecting beautiful beaches and you find so much more. The food in Belitung is also something you have to try. Being an island, the seafood is incredibly fresh and delicious. We had some of the best grilled fish and traditional Belitung noodles called mie Belitung, which is a rich, flavorful broth with shrimp and vegetables. Eating fresh seafood right on the beach with your feet in the sand. Watching the sunset paint the sky over those giant boulders. It's an experience that's hard to beat. It's simple, but it's perfect. So, if you're looking for a unique beach destination that's not just another stretch of sand, Belitung Island is calling your name. The combination of stunning natural beauty, the unique geological formations, and the laid-back local atmosphere makes it a true hidden gem. It's the kind of place where you can relax, explore, and just be amazed by the creativity of nature. Trust me, those giant boulders are even more impressive in person. Alright team, hold on to your hats, because our next hidden gem, the Derawan Islands, is where things get seriously wild. We're talking about an archipelago in East Kalimantan that's a hotspot for some of the most incredible marine encounters you can imagine. If you've ever dreamed of swimming with majestic manta rays or gentle whale sharks, Derawan is one of the best places in the world to make that dream a reality. And it's still relatively under the radar compared to other big-name spots. The main islands in the Derawan chain are Derawan, Sangalaki, Kakaban, and Maratua. Each one has its own unique charm and attractions. Sangalaki is famous as a manta ray cleaning station. You can literally snorkel or dive and watch these enormous graceful creatures glide by, sometimes in groups. It's an absolutely awe-inspiring experience to be so close to such magnificent animals in their natural habitat. We spent hours just floating and watching them. It felt like being in a National Geographic documentary. Then there's Kakaban Island, which is home to a massive landlocked saltwater lake filled with millions of stingless jellyfish. Yeah, you heard that right, stingless jellyfish. You can jump right in and swim among them. It's a completely surreal and bizarre experience, like floating in a galaxy of pulsating, harmless jellies. There are only a few places like this on the entire planet, so Kakaban is a truly special destination. It's a bit of a swim and a short hike to get there, but man, is it worth it. Maratua Island offers something different again, with incredible wall dives and the chance to see big pelagic species like sharks, barracuda, and huge schools of trevally. Some resorts on Maratua even have overwater bungalows where you can watch sea turtles swimming right beneath your room. We saw so many turtles around Derawan, they're practically everywhere. It's a crucial nesting site for green and hawksbill turtles, and seeing them so unbothered by human presence is a testament to the area's relatively untouched nature. The off-the-beaten-path experiences in Derawan are what make it truly shine. We took local boats between the islands, stayed in simple guest houses run by friendly locals, and ate fresh fish caught that day. It's not about luxury resorts here, it's about authentic experiences and getting up close and personal with nature. The journey to get to Derawan can be a bit of an adventure itself, involving flights and boat rides, but that's part of what keeps it so pristine and uncrowded. If you're an ocean lover looking for raw, unfiltered marine encounters, the Derawan Islands are an absolute must. From the gentle giants of the sea to the bizarre world of the jellyfish lake, this archipelago delivers unforgettable moments. It's a place that reminds you of the sheer wonder and diversity of life in our oceans. So pack your snorkel, your dive gear, and your sense of adventure, because Derawan is waiting to blow your mind. Okay, adventure seekers, are you ready for a place that defines remote paradise? Our next hidden gem is the Tajian Islands, located in the Gulf of Tomini in central Sulawesi. Getting here is a journey, I'm not gonna lie, it involves ferries and patience. But that's precisely why it's remained so special and less crowded. If you're looking to truly disconnect from the world and immerse yourself in Robinson Crusoe vibes, the Tajians are your spot. This is where you go to forget what day it is. What makes the Tajian Islands so special? First off, the sheer isolation. You're surrounded by calm, turquoise waters, dotted with volcanic islands covered in lush, dense rainforest. There are no big resorts, no bustling towns, just small, idyllic fishing villages and secluded beaches where your footprints might be the only ones. The pace of life here is incredibly slow and relaxed. It's the perfect antidote to the chaos of modern living. We literally felt our stress melt away the moment we arrived. The Tojans are a haven for snorkelers and divers with vibrant coral reefs that are easily accessible right from the shore of many of the small islands. You can stay in simple, charming bungalows, often built over the water, and just roll out of bed and into the ocean. We spent our days island hopping on local boats, discovering hidden coves, and snorkeling in crystal-clear lagoons. The marine life is abundant with colorful fish, turtles, and even dugongs spotted in the area if you're lucky. One of the most unique aspects of the Tajian Islands is the presence of the Bajau people, often referred to as sea gypsies. Many of them live in stilt houses built directly over the water, and their connection to the sea is incredible. Visiting a Bajau village is a fascinating cultural experience, seeing how they live in such harmony with their marine environment. They are incredibly skilled freedivers and fishermen, and their way of life has remained largely unchanged for centuries. It's a humbling and eye-opening experience. The islands themselves are incredibly diverse. You have Una Una, a volcanic island with black sand beaches and excellent dive sites including a wreck. Then there's Kadadiri, known for its beautiful beaches and relaxed guest houses. Malenge Island offers the chance to walk across a long wooden bridge connecting it to a smaller island, passing over incredible reef flats. Each island has its own character, but all share that sense of untouched beauty and tranquility. If you're craving an escape to a place that feels like it's a world away from everything, the Tajian Islands are it. It's not for the faint of heart in terms of travel logistics, but the reward is an experience of raw, natural beauty and cultural richness that's increasingly rare to find. It's a place to recharge, explore, and connect with nature on a profound level. This is the kind of adventure that changes you. Alright, let's switch gears from island paradises for a moment and head to the highlands of West Sumatra, to a place called Bukit Tinggi. This city is often overlooked by international tourists, but guys, it is an absolute cultural and scenic goldmine. If you want to experience a different side of Indonesia, away from the beaches, Bukit Tinggi is where it's at. We're talking stunning mountain scenery, unique architecture, and a rich, vibrant culture that will captivate you. Bukit Tinggi means high hill in Indonesian, and it lives up to its name, nestled in the Minangkabau Highlands. The air is cool and fresh, a welcome change from the coastal heat. The most iconic feature of this region is the traditional Minangkabau architecture, with its distinctive curved roofs that resemble buffalo horns. You'll see these beautiful buildings everywhere, from grand public structures to humble homes. It's incredibly unique and visually stunning, unlike anything else in Indonesia. One of the must-see sites near Bukit Tinggi is Sianak Canyon, or Nenggarai Sianak. This is a breathtaking gorge with sheer cliffs, a winding river, and lush greenery. The views are absolutely spectacular, especially at sunrise or sunset. You can hike down into the canyon, explore traditional villages, and just soak in the incredible natural beauty. We even saw monkeys chilling on the cliff edges. It's a landscape that feels ancient and powerful. Bukit Tinggi itself is a bustling town with a fascinating history. Jam Gadang, a large clock tower in the center of town, is a major landmark and a great meeting point. The local markets like Pasar ATAs and Pasar Bawah are vibrant, chaotic, and full of life. You can find everything here from fresh produce and spices to traditional textiles and handicrafts. We spent hours just wandering through the market, trying local snacks and soaking in the atmosphere. The people are incredibly friendly and welcoming. The Minangkabau culture is also matrilineal, which is quite unique. Property and land are passed down from mother to daughter, and women hold a respected position in society. Learning about their customs, traditions, and their famous spicy Padang cuisine is a huge part of the Bukit Tinggi experience. And trust me, Padang food is some of the most delicious and flavorful food you will ever eat. You just point at what you want from a huge display of dishes, and they pile it onto your plate. It's an absolute feast. So, if you're looking to explore a region rich in culture, history, and stunning natural landscapes, Bukit Tinggi should be high on your list. It offers a completely different perspective on Indonesia, one that many tourists miss out on. It's a place where you can immerse yourself in a unique culture, marvel at incredible scenery, and eat some of the best food in the country. This hidden gem in the Sumatran highlands is definitely worth the journey. Okay, so a lot of you have probably heard of Nusa Penida, right? It's that island near Bali with the famous Kelingking beach, the T-Rex Bay. And yeah, Kelingking is absolutely insane, it's mind-blowingly beautiful. But here's the thing, Nusa Penida is so much more than just Kelingking and Angel's Billabong. Today we're diving into the less visited spots, the hidden corners of this rugged island that most tourists completely miss. This is where the real adventure begins, guys. While the crowds flocked to the western viewpoints, we decided to rent scooters and explore the eastern and southern coasts. And man, did we find some treasures. Think about secluded white sand beaches that you have almost entirely to yourself, dramatic cliffside temples perched precariously over the crashing waves, and hidden waterfalls cascading into the ocean. This is the Nusa Penida that isn't plastered all over Instagram, and it's absolutely epic. The roads can be challenging, not gonna lie, but the rewards are so worth it. One of our favorite finds was Suahan Beach. Getting there involves a bit of a trek down a steep cliffside path, but when you reach the bottom, you're greeted by this incredible stretch of pristine sand, a massive pointed rock formation, and hardly anyone else around. It felt like discovering our own private paradise. Then there's Atu Beach, which is more known, but if you explore around, you can find quieter spots and incredible viewpoints that offer a different perspective on its stunning archway rock. We also ventured inland to find some of the island's hidden waterfalls, like Pegiangan Waterfall, which is actually a sacred water temple built on a cliffside, accessed by a steep blue staircase. The views on the way down are insane, looking out over the vast ocean. It's not a massive waterfall for swimming, but the experience of descending those stairs and seeing the temple is unforgettable. Another spot is Tembeling Beach and Forest, a natural pool hidden within a lush forest, a real oasis. The local life on Nusa Penida, away from the main tourist hubs, is also fascinating. You'll see seaweed farmers tending to their plots in the shallow waters, locals going about their daily lives in small villages, and experience a much more authentic side of the island. The people are incredibly resilient and resourceful, living on this rugged, beautiful island. It's a stark contrast to the busy tourist spots and offers a glimpse into a different way of life. So, while Kelingking Beach is undeniably a must-see, I'm challenging you to go beyond the popular spots on Nusa Penida, rent a scooter, be prepared for some bumpy roads, and explore the hidden gems that this island has to offer. You'll find untouched beauty, thrilling adventures, and a sense of discovery that you just can't get by sticking to the main tourist trail. Nusa Penida's hidden corners are waiting for those willing to seek them out. Alright, now we're talking about the holy grail of pristine, untouched beauty, Raja Ampat. You've probably seen pictures of Wayag's iconic limestone karsts rising out of turquoise water, and yes, it's breathtaking. But Raja Ampat is huge, an archipelago of over 1,500 islands, and most of it remains incredibly remote and, largely unexplored by tourists. We're going beyond the classic viewpoints to talk about the parts of Raja Ampat that are truly off the grid, the last frontiers of this last paradise. To really experience the remote parts of Raja Ampat, you need to be ready for an adventure. This often means liveaboards or long boat journeys to reach islands far from the main entry points like Sorong or Waisai. We're talking about places where you might not see another tourist boat for days, where the only sounds are the birds, the waves, and the rustling of the jungle. This is immersion in nature at its most profound. It's an investment of time and resources, but the payoff is, honestly, unparalleled. Misul, in the southern part of Raja Ampat, is one such area. It's renowned for its dramatic, almost labyrinthine karst formations, hidden lagoons, ancient rock paintings, and some of the most vibrant soft coral reefs on the planet. The biodiversity here is off the charts, even by Raja Ampat's already high standards. Diving in Missoul is like entering another world, with underwater landscapes that are simply surreal. It's a photographer's dream, both above and below the water. Then there are the countless smaller, uninhabited islands scattered throughout the archipelago. Imagine pulling up to a perfect white sand beach, fringed by coconut palms, with no one else in sight. You can spend your days snorkeling pristine reefs right off the beach, kayaking through mangrove forests, or hiking to hidden viewpoints that offer jaw-dropping panoramas. This is the kind of experience that makes you feel like a true explorer, discovering places that few have ever set foot on. The local Papuan culture in these remote areas is also incredibly rich and fascinating. Staying in a traditional homestay in a small village offers an authentic glimpse into their way of life, their connection to the sea, and their unique customs. The warmth and hospitality of the Papuan people are truly heartwarming. Learning a few words of Bahasa Indonesia or even local dialects can go a long way in connecting with the communities and understanding their perspective. Raja Ampat is often called the Amazon of the seas because of its incredible marine biodiversity. It's located in the heart of the Coral Triangle. But to truly appreciate its vastness and its untouched wilderness, you have to venture beyond the familiar. Exploring the remote parts of Raja Ampat is a commitment, but it rewards you with an experience of raw, untamed beauty that is becoming increasingly rare in our world. It's a journey to the very edge of paradise. Let's take another detour from the coast and head high up into the mountains of central Java, to a place called the Dieng Plateau. This isn't your typical tropical paradise. Dieng is a volcanic caldera, a mystical, misty highland that's often referred to as the abode of the gods. We're talking about a landscape of bubbling mud pools, multicolored volcanic lakes, ancient Hindu temples, and a unique culture that has adapted to life at over 2,000 meters above sea level. It's completely different and absolutely fascinating. The journey up to Dieng Plateau is an adventure in itself, winding through steep mountain roads, past terraced vegetable farms clinging to the hillsides. The air gets cooler, and often a mystical fog rolls in, adding to the otherworldly atmosphere. Once you arrive, you're greeted by this sprawling volcanic landscape. One of the main attractions is Talaga Warna, the colored lake, which changes color depending on the time of day and the sulfur content, shifting between shades of green, blue, and even purple. It's pretty surreal to see. Nearby you'll find Kawah Sikidang, an active volcanic crater field with bubbling mud pools and steaming fumaroles. You can walk right up to the edge, carefully of course, and witness the raw power of the earth. The smell of sulfur is strong, but it's an incredible experience to see volcanic activity up close. It really makes you appreciate the geological forces that have shaped this landscape. It's like stepping onto another planet, seriously. Dieng Plateau is also home to some of the oldest Hindu temples in Java, dating back to the 7th and 8th centuries. The Arjuna complex, with its collection of small stone temples, stands stoically against the backdrop of the misty mountains. These ancient structures, dedicated to Hindu deities, are a testament to the rich history of the region. It's amazing to think about the civilizations that thrived here so long ago, in such a challenging environment. The local people of Dieng have a unique culture and traditions. They are incredibly hardy, farming potatoes, carrots, and other vegetables on the steep volcanic slopes. You might even see children with gimbal or dreadlocked hair, which is considered a blessing in local tradition and is often shaved off in a special ceremony. Learning about these local customs and beliefs adds another layer to the Dieng experience. It's a fascinating insight into how people adapt and thrive in unique environments. One of the most popular things to do in Dieng is to wake up super early and hike up Sikunir Hill to watch the sunrise. On a clear day you can see a golden sunrise illuminating a sea of clouds below with views of several volcanic peaks in the distance. It's an absolutely magical and unforgettable sight. Dieng Plateau is a place of dramatic landscapes, ancient history, and unique culture. A true hidden gem that offers a completely different Indonesian adventure. Alright guys, for our penultimate hidden gem we're heading back to the sea, but this time to an archipelago just off the coast of central Java, the Karimunjawa Islands. If you're looking for a relatively accessible yet still wonderfully tranquil island escape, Karimunjawa is an absolute winner. It's a marine national park consisting of 27 islands, offering that perfect blend of beautiful beaches, great snorkeling, and a super relaxed atmosphere without the massive crowds of some other spots. What makes Karimunjawa so appealing is its laid-back vibe and stunning natural beauty. Think powdery white sand beaches, crystal clear turquoise waters and lush green islands. It's the kind of place where you can rent a scooter, explore the main island, find your own secluded beach and just chill out for the day. The pace of life is slow, the locals are friendly, and it just feels like a genuine island paradise. It's not overly developed, which is a huge part of its charm. Snorkeling and diving are big draws here, and for good reason. The coral reefs around Karimunjawa are generally in good condition, and you can see a great variety of marine life, including colorful fish, turtles and sometimes even reef sharks in the deeper areas. There are numerous snorkeling spots easily accessible by boat trips, which often include visits to several different islands, a fresh fish barbecue on the beach for lunch, and stops at sandbars that appear at low tide. It's an awesome day out on the water. Island hopping is definitely the way to go in Karimunjawa. You can hire a local boatman to take you to some of the uninhabited islands, each with its own unique character. Menjangan Kessel and Menjangan Besar are popular for their reefs and the chance to swim with captive, but well cared for sharks, if you're brave enough. Samara Besar and Samara Kessel Islands offer stunning beaches and great snorkeling right off the shore. Finding your own deserted stretch of sand is a real possibility here. Beyond the beaches and underwater world, Karimunjawa offers opportunities for hiking through mangrove forests, visiting local fishing villages, and enjoying incredible sunsets. The main town on Karimun Island has a lively night market where you can get delicious, fresh grilled seafood for super cheap. It's a great place to hang out in the evening, mingle with locals and other travelers, and soak in the island atmosphere. It's simple, authentic, and so much fun. Karimunjawa is that perfect sweet spot. It's beautiful, it offers plenty to do, but it hasn't been overrun by mass tourism. It's relatively easy to get to from Java, by ferry or small plane, making it a great option for a shorter island getaway. If you're looking for tranquility, natural beauty, and a genuine taste of Indonesian island life, Karimunjawa should definitely be on your radar. It's a little slice of paradise that's waiting to be explored. And finally, for our 10th hidden gem, we are venturing to an island that feels like it's from another time, another world, Sumba. Located in East Nusa Tenggara, Sumba is rugged, wild, and incredibly rich in ancient traditions and unique landscapes. This isn't your typical palm-fringed beach destination, though it has those too. Sumba is about vast savannas, traditional villages with towering megalithic tombs, world-class surfing waves, and the famous wild horses. This place is absolutely epic, and we saved this longer chapter for last because it's just so special. Sumba's landscapes are dramatically different from much of Indonesia. Large parts of the island are covered in rolling hills and grasslands, giving it an almost African savanna feel, especially during the dry season. You'll see herds of horses and cattle roaming freely, a sight that's becoming increasingly rare. The beaches here are often wild and windswept, with powerful waves that attract serious surfers from around the globe, particularly along the southwestern coast. Think empty lineups and raw, untamed beauty. But what truly sets Sumba apart is its incredibly preserved indigenous culture. The Sumbanese people still adhere to many of their ancient animist beliefs known as Marapu. You'll see traditional villages with unique thatched roof houses, often clustered around impressive stone megalithic tombs where important ancestors are buried. These villages are living communities, not just tourist attractions, and witnessing their ceremonies and daily life is a privilege. The intricate ikat weaving of Sumba is also world-renowned, with complex patterns that tell stories and are passed down through generations. One of the most famous and intense cultural events in Sumba is the Pasola Festival. This is a ritualized battle between two groups of horsemen who hurl wooden spears at each other. It's a bloody and dangerous affair, but it's deeply rooted in their traditions, and is held to ensure a good harvest. It only happens once a year, usually in February or March, and witnessing it is an unforgettable, albeit visceral experience. It really highlights how different and ancient the culture here is. Exploring Sumba requires a sense of adventure. Infrastructure is still developing, and getting around often means hiring a driver or renting a sturdy motorbike. But the rewards are immense, discovering hidden waterfalls like Lapopu or Tangadu, finding secluded beaches like Wallakiri with its dancing mangrove trees at sunset, or simply driving through the stunning landscapes and encountering the warmth of the Sumbanese people. It's a place that challenges you and changes you. Now, as promised, it's trivia time. Before we wrap up, I've got two questions for you about Indonesia and Sumba. Get your thinking caps on. First question. Approximately, how many islands make up the entire Indonesian archipelago? Is it A, around 1,000, B, around 17,000, or C, around 50,000? Second question. What is the unique and sometimes dangerous traditional ritual sport of Sumba that involves spear-throwing horsemen, often held to ensure a good harvest? Drop your answers in the comments below. I'm super curious to see who gets them right. Sumba is a land of incredible contrasts and profound beauty, a true hidden gem for those seeking an authentic and adventurous travel experience. And that's a wrap on our epic journey through 10 of Indonesia's most insane hidden gems. My mind is absolutely blown by the beauty and diversity we've uncovered, from the underwater worlds of Wakatobi and Derawan, to the cultural heartlands of Bukit Tinggi and Sumba, and the raw, untouched landscapes of Raja Ampat. I told you these places were incredible. I really hope this has inspired you to look beyond the usual tourist trails and explore the lesser-known wonders that Indonesia has to offer. Seriously guys, if you enjoyed this adventure even half as much as I did bringing it to you, do me a huge favor and smash that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on our next crazy exploration. We've got so much more insane content coming your way, you won't want to miss a single video. Share this with your travel buddies, your family, anyone who needs a dose of adventure in their life. Thank you all so much for watching and for being a part of this incredible community. I can't wait to read your comments and see your answers to the trivia questions about Indonesia and Sumba. Let me know which of these hidden gems you're adding to your bucket list, or if you know of any other secret spots we should check out. Until next time, stay adventurous, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.